Welcome to the Genetic Code. I'm your host, Jeanette Collins. This podcast is designed to take you one episode at a time on an intimate journey of your own personal transformation. Each podcast will have tools and techniques for you to practice in your daily life to create the very best version of you. Let's get started. Choose. As you continue forward on your journey to transform your life, the steps along the way have constant moments to make choices. When you rise first thing in the morning, how do you choose to feel? What thoughts are you going to choose today to think about? Will those thoughts bring you closer to the new person you are creating? Or are the thoughts old and outdated, the old familiar thoughts of your past? Stepping into this journey of self-love and to truly show up for you more and more will require you to be conscious more each day, to choose on purpose your new thoughts and behaviors. If you aren't choosing to have greater thoughts so that you can experience a more elevated emotion, then you will slip into default mode and the old unconscious programs will take over. It's like weeds that you really want out of your garden, because they don't leave room for the good stuff to flourish. You can't pick the weeds randomly or once in a while when you happen to think about it. At first, you're very vigilant. You would clear the ground of the old weeds, then you would watch and pay attention that they didn't start sprouting up a little at a time to slowly take over. You would catch them when they were small and just starting, and you would try to pull them out and get them at the very root. This is the work you've chosen to do for you, to weed your mind and body of unwanted thoughts and behaviors. So paying attention to the moments in life when you may react or start thinking and behaving in ways you know are the old past is your gift to you, to love you in this new life you're creating enough to stay conscious and change your thoughts from blaming or complaining to accountable thinking and loving behavior. Always starting with you first. Are your inner thoughts about you kind? Are they inspiring you? If not, find and choose a better thought. If what you think you become, then we need to observe and choose our way of thinking with conscious care. Stop repeating and choosing your old stories of things like, yeah, I know, I'm always late. I'm just a bad planner. Or I'm stupid, I should have seen that. Those unconscious loving thoughts are a problem that you started running years ago. Just like a computer, only we're way more magnificent. If you keep running the same program, the same results will keep coming. This is beautiful for us to see. Because when your life and your way of feeling about your life keeps producing the same outcome in different circumstances or different environments, it's life's way to show us that the world isn't what needs to change. We do. I like the analogy of the mirror. If every time you went to the mirror and you saw a pimple on your face, would you pinch the mirror or put a Band-Aid on the mirror to cover it? You could. But the issue would still be within you. The pimple didn't change just because you put something on the mirror to hide it from yourself. It's still there. So maybe you don't like the person you see, so you try to cover it up by pretending it's not you or your behavior. Maybe you try getting angry and breaking the mirror. All that does is give you lots and lots of little images of you and your behavior. You see, the solution is to change you. Then the mirror will reflect thousands of images of you in your new life and behaviors. Choosing each day what thoughts you want to think and choosing your responses to the behaviors you want to have, instead of just reacting in an old pattern, is your new way of living. You know the statement, change your thoughts, change your life? If you don't become aware of what you're thinking and choose consciously to have a more elevated thought, then the results of your life will continue looking the same. If you're asking yourself, how do I know if I'm thinking and feeling the same thoughts and emotions every day? What does it look like if I am? That's easy. It looks like Groundhog Day movie. You start noticing that what you felt the same way yesterday, you're feeling today, and you're able to predict the day from the time you wake up until you fall asleep. For example, maybe your day is when you wake up, you feel meh, and you read some emails, go to the bathroom, judge what you see in the mirror, then start dressing for the day. You're thinking about what to eat before you leave the house to work on time. As you get in the car, you start having all the old conversations with the people at work that you had days or months ago. You start feeling the frustration from the past experiences, and you plan a new defense strategy to have in place if it starts again today. Now you show up at work with distress, frustration, and you're prepared to fight because you're tired of how this stuff always happens. It's barely 9 o'clock in the morning. Do you see that by thinking old distressing thoughts and playing them out in your mind, you're placing your body in distress? And no new ideas and thoughts can come to you if you're playing out the old ones. So what do? You can remember the tools that you're learning here. Stop yourself when the thoughts start coming in. They're old anyway. Choose what you do want to think about. What kind of a beautiful life do you want to create? You have written a script for yourself that has you, the main character, always in tough, sad, or distressing conditions. And if the circumstances don't show up that day, we have the tendency to make up a horror story to keep us feeling the old feelings in our lives. Why? Because it's so familiar, we've called it the truth. But in reality, we just chose it over and over and over, and practiced it so much we can do it without thinking or even being conscious. When you feel emotions deeply about things in your life, you consciously or unconsciously begin looking for the evidence that what you feel is the truth and that you are now validated to suffer or not change. But like other things in your life, like getting a new car, when you put your attention and focus all your energy towards a certain thing, you see more of it. Like when I bought my Nissan Altima, the color was unique. It was gold brown and I liked it. Then as I drove around, I started seeing lots of the exact same car and color everywhere. Was everyone copying me? Was there always this many of the same colors of cars on the road? Well, my attention and energy on that color of car and the model was so big that my awareness had expanded. I was thinking of that car every day as I drove it. This is how life works. What you put your attention and energy on expands. It gets bigger. Or another way to say it is if all you can think about and feel in your daily life is stress and frustration, just like the cars on the road, you will become aware of more stress and frustration in others, on TV, in the neighborhood, everywhere. You see, by your thoughts and behaviors, you're telling the universal energies that you're looking for stress and frustration, and you will find it. Like the gold brown car, I was so aware of it that I saw it everywhere. Your ability to choose is such an amazing gift. When you make a choice you don't really want to do from an old pattern, once you become aware of it, you have the blessed gift to rewrite your story, to choose a new, more elevated way of being. Isn't it lovely that you're not stuck? What beauty we have in our ability to choose. This is a precious way to change and enhance your life. You are never stuck. You just may be telling yourself you are, and therefore your stuckness expands to show you a lot more opportunities to feel and be stuck. You are a powerful being with the ability to choose. Own that power. Know first that it is you that has chosen the path you're on. the thoughts and behaviors you are living by, and what doesn't bring you joy, choose to change it. Remember, it's a practice. Make a choice to feel grateful. Make a choice to look for things that you can feel grateful for. Then choose many times again and again to live your life consciously, to create a version of life you can be proud of. Start today. Choose to feel a little better now than a few seconds ago. By knowing that your thoughts and behaviors aren't your master, you are theirs. You are a free being to choose, no matter what circumstances you are currently in. No one or thing can control your choice about what you want to think about and how you choose to feel. You are the only you inside you. Write a wonderful version of you and start right now choosing to bring that version of you to life. So recap. Begin to notice the gift you have to choose. You are a unique being that at every moment, in every situation, can make the choice to feel better, more love, or just a little less angry. Keep practicing your commitment to love yourself more and choose thoughts and behaviors that are aligned with this new loving you. Remember that what you focus on expands, or you see more of it. So choose the greatest thoughts, the most loving feelings that you can, because as you experience your kinder thoughts, the world will experience a kinder you. I invite you this week to choose your thoughts and actions with conscious love. Find a better way to speak to yourself and others. By choosing each day to improve your inner world of thoughts and behaviors, you are becoming the new you that is happier, more giving, caring, and loving. As this version of you is chosen over and over, it will expand. Choose great, choose love, choose compassion, choose kindness, choose mercy, choose patience, and those energies will choose you. Thank you for joining me on this podcast. Please share this with others and tune in next week for another chance to learn, grow, and become a part of the greatest journey on earth, the journey to transform yourself, to empower yourself, and to extend that love to the world. You are worth it.